Well, welcome to the program. We're a real serious show now. It's 2026, all right?
Yeah. In this economy,
Yeah, we can't afford to be messing around here.
follow our Patreon if you want to see us be funny.
Yeah, that's
New guidelines.
it's pretty funny actually.
Oh fuck, we're already cracking smiles and laughs. Damn it, they're on to us. Like and subscribe.
That's that's pretty funny. Just be very serious. If you want jokes, you have to pay for that.
Yeah.
That's funny, and you'll pay for it. All right.
With the stitches we're gonna have you in some laughter.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
Well, they'll be dead if you don't
Oh
follow our
my God,
Patreon now.
the puns. Oh my God. All right, yo, hit the like button. Geodude, that like button.
Hit that like button. Like, comment, hit that
Don't
bell.
definitely don't dislike.
Yeah, we can't afford that right now.
Yeah, in this economy.
Yeah.
All right. We are here to do. It's January, so we have to. We're gonna look back before we go forward.
Look back at it.
Look back at it. Yes, that is our mantra, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna have 2 weeks of looking back at it. The first week, though, I think is for all the tryhards and the cads that are still deep in PTCG Pocket.
Oh yeah. I'm in it. I'm definitely in it, even if I don't want to be.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a reason why Duncan's not here, because he's not in it.
Yeah, he's definitely not in it.
He's literally he's just like a trade whore right now for Giovanni.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. I feel like you really know how much someone's playing when you try to like share a feature, like an item now, like a card, and then you're like, this person hasn't logged in over 2 weeks. You're like, do you even need me to send you this? I feel like there's no point. There's no point.
Yeah, I am playing mobile games, but it's not that mobile game right now. I'm still locked in on old Nikkei.
Yeah. Locking that right arm on some
locking
things.
play. You could play with one hand.
To be fair, this game's way harder to jerk off to.
For some people, that's debatable.
I know. Actually, when those Gardevoir skins came out, shit.
All right, so 2025. Well, it actually isn't. As much as we'd like to think it was, Pokemon PTCG Pocket did not come out in 25. It was 24. Isn't that crazy to think about?
Holy shit! Like October, November.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
But we can count that too.
Yeah.
This is a.
Their main year was last year.
Yeah, but this is like the checkpoint. This feels right to kind of look back and be like, so we know where we were, we know where we're going, maybe.
Yeah.
But let's look up where we've been. It sounded, if you really break apart that sentence I just said, it's like it was really stupid.
Yeah, you could also like plop that into anything.
Live, laugh, love.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah. Why don't you kind of give us a little breakdown here, Giovanni?
Yeah, a little. So I'll give you how I'm gonna format this. And for anybody who's tuning in, and you're probably like, why the fuck should we listen to these fucking herbs? I'll tell you. You know, I would say overall in the Pokemon space, a pretty competitive player. I've been ranked in certain games. In this game, I think I have almost 7,000 wins. So I should probably stop playing this game. Yeah, I think I'm pretty close to it. I checked this morning. So this is definitely my game that I'm on the toilet or buying time on a line or supposed to be doing something productive and I'm not. So
Yeah, I mean, real quick, just to kind of like put a little stamp on that.
yeah.
This goes twofold. He got GMV got like 1,000 wins in like the first 2 weeks of the game, or no, the first month of the game actually,
which was actually one of crazy
best viewed videos. Yes.
Yeah. First to market.
and you will actually notice almost a direct correlation between the amount of clips we have on Instagram and his increase in playing the game, because they're inversely correlated.
Exactly. So that's the proof you need right there.
Yeah, if that's not proof, I don't know what is. From 3 to 4 clips a week to a grand total of none in about 9 months.
Exactly.
We out.
We out, kid. Gamers unite. All right, let's talk about this so I can bid on this eBay listing.
True.
So, so play the game a lot, and I can definitely create a little bit of a bullet-pointed list here of pros, cons, and feedback to make the game better, because the game needs help. So, let's start with pros. Start positive. First pro, I did 7 for both, so it's actually pretty straightforward. First pro is you can easily pick up the game, crack a pack, do a battle or two, and just put it down.
True. It's easy barrier to entry.
Yeah, easy mobile game. You don't need to spend hours playing. So yeah, pretty easy to play. Second one is the card art is actually pretty incredible. I will say,
truth.
Debatably even better than the actual TCG,
which is fucking annoying.
Which is pretty insane. Like Megalopony should not have popped off that much in this versus like the one that we got, that I pulled, right? Like that was like kind of trash looking. So yeah, the art is actually incredible. The immersives are cool, right? So yeah, so the art's really nice. It's fun for casual players who don't want to keep up with the real TCG. Is number 3.
Right. Yeah. And that was actually the biggest thing for me too, is like it kind of streamlined everything, and it actually helped me like understand the full game later. It's one of those gateway drug type of games.
Yeah. It's like a first step. It's like, you wanna have like barely any rules?
Yeah.
Okay, let's play this game together. Okay.
We'll just put a couple cards. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. Oh. You put too many Pokeballs. You can only have 2.
20 card decks.
Yeah, like super low, like very low card decks. So yeah, it was definitely easy for casuals.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 4, it scratches the itch of real life collecting without hurting your wallet.
Well, yes, but
unless you're a completionist,
I think there is a direct correlation between when PTCG Pocket dropped and the absolute insanity that happened in the collectible physical cards.
Yeah, it did make people buy.
So it really, I think it really did hurt people's pockets, whether it actually affected the phone game itself or not.
You're right, and like. They did say something always sparked the boom, and I was really having a conversation today. Actually, I was like, "What really sparked the 2024 boom?"
It's close.
I guess it was like it probably was this game, right?
There was probably a couple factors other people might say, but I think this is a big one. I think this is a big factor for sure.
Yeah, I would say definitely one of the main ones.
I think I don't know the number specifically, but I think it had close to the same amount of people that played Pokemon Go, and that there was a boom in the cards then, and I think it just it amplified it even more, because it wasn't just another Pokemon game; it was like a card game that people actually liked. Not to say people don't like the actual.
No, they don't. They hate
it. but like we said, it was an easy barrier to entry, and then it just the nostalgia, whatever it was, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's a big deal. At the end of the day, when you make the easy entrance, you really could run off of that because
free 99.
Like, and what did they have? They had the first set was Pikachu, Mewtwo, Charizard.
Right.
I mean, if that's not if that's not a gateway drug, if that's not someone walking into a crack house, I don't know what is. So they did a good thing there, bringing that crack into the community. So, all right, next one.
2026 will be the war on drugs. Pokemon.
yeah. It'll be like different communities of like scalpers versus crackhead zombies versus versus like that Nintendo guy in like a suit, like trying to relate to everybody.
Love it.
It's great. And it'll be like random claymations that'll just get sprinkled in, like live action. Follow our live action.
Oh my god, yeah, that's probably gonna happen actually.
Yeah. That'll be like the equivalent of like the fluffies, the fuzzies. What are those people who like dress up as animals?
The furries.
yeah, the furries will be like the big claymation advocates.
Oh.
Yeah, someone's got to do it. All right, so that was number 4. Number 5, there's frequent content and events that they drop throughout every month. They are pretty consistent.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a double-edged sword or not, but I was definitely getting a little overwhelmed. Like not necessarily with the meta, it was just like wanting to collect everything, and I felt like there wasn't enough time. And then it's like, oh, here's the next set, and I'm like,
I know,
oh, crap.
I know. That's still honestly an issue. If they didn't do,
they slowed down, right? The last 2 sets have been.
They slowed down. You know what they did? And actually I'll actually jump into this one. The share feature was added, and that was a nice ad for people trying to help their friends complete sets. Because they actually allowed you to trade stuff they used to make it so you have to wait until the next set drops, and that was this like constant feeling of catching up. But now it's like if you have a group of buddies that like to finish shit, you just share stuff to each other daily or trade stuff daily, and now you don't have to wait. You can actually complete sets. So that helped a lot. So that's another big pro that was very desperately needed to get rid of that anxiety. And then the last one is the in-game battling is very easy to learn, and the online battling flows pretty smoothly considering you're battling people across the sea.
And I think more important is like connectivity isn't usually an issue. I'm finding it's like
games don't drop.
people dip out too, and like you it's not like overwhelming that it won't get like too much time to like connect back, but it doesn't drop the game completely. Yeah. So I think all that stuff, it's like Nintendo, and specifically Nintendo, gets like a lot of shit for like their online game. Yeah. This one is pretty good. It's pretty reliable. Yeah.
For being a phone game, they nailed it. in the simplest realm of gaming.
Now talking about the Switch games, that's a whole different thing. But.
Terrible. Yeah. That'll be our next video.
Yeah.
So I do think that does help a lot. That the games don't lag, and half the time I'm playing people from like China and Japan, right? So that says a lot about the connectivity and flow of the game.
And I think the ability to not have a chat in game is probably best.
It's way better.
Just way less toxic.
It's already the game. Like
it could be toxic in game.
It could be very toxic.
Yes.
To be able to speak.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even if it was like
losing.
Right. And even if it was like Rocket League stuff where you could like it was like pre-approved lines or something. Like you could just like click. Yeah, I mean you could type out stuff if you wanted to, but like they had like you could like just quickly click a button and be like, GG or pass or something like. I think even that
people would find a way.
Yeah, like because you just spam it.
Yeah,
you do dumb stuff like that, and it just pops up on your that
GG like the entire game.
So I think like the point of not having that was probably the best decision they could have made.
I agree. It's honestly peace on earth for that happening. Yeah, cool. So that's those are the pros. Those are all the good stuff that I've noticed about the game. Not all, but 7 precise things. Let's talk about the cons. So the
Mm.
cons, yeah, this is where all the haters be loving it.
Hot takes, hot takes.
Yeah, the user interface is terrible.
Really?
Yeah, it's like very
I
clunky.
I think in general it's okay. I think where I have the issue is as just your library of cards.
Yeah,
It's like you have to like
but also
you
like
know you
switching
could
those
search.
tabs, switching
Hmm.
tabs. Sometimes you just
Okay,
like
yeah, there could be a
for
little bit of
like
a lag or
for like
something.
how simple the game is. I just feel like it shouldn't be so clunky.
I
And like
wonder how dependent it is on the hardware.
navigation. Uh,
I wonder if like you have a shittier phone that it's gonna run a little slower or something.
that's a good point. I actually haven't thought of that. I'm definitely on the iPhone 5 or something.
Yeah,
That could be a factor.
yeah. So I wonder if like you threw the like you connect it to an iPad. Actually, that's a I don't know if you put this on your list, but like that's kind of another thing
Mm.
is you can't log in to another thing without like totally transferring data from one device to another. I think.
Oh, really? You can't
Yeah,
double log in?
yeah. You can't just log in and just like
Oh,
have the data like there.
oh, that
Like
sucks.
because like on like some other like games you can just like you log in and then if you happen to log in another device it'll just log you out of the other one say and it'll just
Right.
tell you yeah you can't be logged in on two devices. But yeah, I think with because I think I tried doing that like I think wanted to play on my iPad one day and I downloaded it and then it said like yeah you need to like take the data off the phone and move it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I could. It could be like that. Could be an early thing. I haven't tested that, and I guess now over a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an issue I saw.
Hmm.
So, but again, to go back to your thing, it could. I totally understand what you're saying, like on the basic UI.
Yeah.
But maybe it's some of those issues are solved with a better
You
device. I
could
don't
be
know.
right. You could be right. Actually, I have not thought of that. Um, I mean, it could be some of the community was also saying it, so I guess it varies depending
Okay.
on
Yeah.
devices.
Hmm.
I guess maybe generally overall, it's not doing too hot. Just as far as like the people who are constantly playing,
Yeah. Hmm.
like I'm pretty like I'll be sitting there like it's just like for what I'm doing, like I'm not doing much in the game for it to be loading for
Hmm.
even 10
True.
seconds compared
True.
to
True. True.
some of these other games. But yeah, so that was a big one. Um, trading. Okay, so second con. Trading was highly anticipated and was a complete letdown. It started off with a
Mm,
terrible token system that they came up with, and now it's better, but it's just expensive to trade the cards that people actually want.
yeah. Yeah.
25,000 Stardust, or whatever the fuck they call it. Yeah, just to freaking trade like a rainbow rare. That's kind of rough because like most people don't have that much Stardust. I mean, at one point they were making us like burn through it for flair and to make your cards look cooler. So if we had known, it's like almost like it's like would I have pimped out my random Pikachu card from 8 months ago, or would I rather have just kept it for
So
these
let me
expensive
ask you
trades?
this: Are they charging for that? If you want to, like, can you buy that currency to trade if you want?
So they got rid of the trade tokens and it's just Stardust now.
Yeah. And
But
can you
there's
buy
no way
that?
of buying Stardust. The only way you can
See
buy
now,
Stardust is by buying Pokegold to buy packs, and by buying packs based on your rips
okay,
and like how good your rips are. That's when you'll get better
yeah.
Stardust. But it's like,
So yeah, if they're not going to directly charge for Stardust, I'd almost be like, just make it like it's regular trading then.
mm-hmm.
Just like be able to trade whatever you want. But I guess I could see why you wouldn't want to do that.
Because then people will just
Because
trade everything, and
yeah, and then
they had
little
to limit
kids
it to
will
some
like
degree.
yeah, right.
I know, but it's like,
It's
bruh,
but I get what you're saying too. It's like
like
too restrictive.
like if I hadn't spent money on trying to get Cynthia and like built up my Stardust, no regrets by the way. It's like I got a bunch of stuff that I like now, but I'm just like, damn, like how would you have enjoyed this if I didn't spend the money, right? It's like
Hmm.
you can just choose between one or two of the cards you really want, and that's it. Like, and this is coming from people who have played from the beginning, right? right? So it's like if we don't have enough Stardust to trade like 10 cards we really like, then what the fuck? Like all the people who aren't spending any money or free to play the entire time, or even worse, like join the game like 6 months later, like they're screwed. They get like one nice card that they want and they just save up for it. So definitely not a good feature. They heard people complaining about it, so clearly they clearly made it better than
They
before.
try, yeah, yeah. They made an
But it was
attempt.
a little too late. I think it lowered a lot of steam from people, and I think people wanted to see it do well in the beginning.
Yeah, I think that's actually like the kind of unifying thing I found out about the game is that like a lot of the stuff they want to do is time sensitive, and it's like it is a balancing act of like you want to allow some breathing room, but you know if you wait too long, then people are going to get antsy. So it's not an easy game they're playing on their end, knowing like when to release like stuff and all that and new content and blah blah blah. So I'd say overall I think it's been okay, at least on that. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
All right, number 3, and this is a community split a little bit, but I mean if you're still playing the game at this point, I'd say this is probably like a majority of people. For any of the veteran players or just like a little more competitive players, the game feels like it lacks a little bit of depth. It's very luck dependent versus skill dependent, and yeah, it just feels a little shallow. I feel like anybody can really beat anybody, and you don't want to see that in a competitive space or for a space that like if you're playing for a long time and like a guy just pops in and throws in a Suicune Greninja deck, and it's like you're just gonna lose, because the deck's just better,
Yeah.
and you can't really outplay. So,
Is
that's a little more
is
of a
that
con from my
the
perspective.
is that the I mean is that by design though?
It's
Right?
it's a bias. It's a bias from my end. Versus like again, this is where like the community might, there probably is a big chunk of people that like that, and that's
Yeah,
probably
it's like it is like going back to like the Nintendo thing. It's almost like they Mario Partied the game,
yes,
or Mario Karted the game. Like
yes.
you get your blue shell, and
Yeah, but then you get those random Mario Karts, on like the DS, like you get these like
true
really good ones that like allow you to
to
like
win.
move the
Yeah,
ceiling higher.
yeah.
This doesn't
Um,
have that.
well, here. Speaking on that too, have they improved the randomness of the coin flips at all?
I
Like,
would say
is it?
the game relies less on needing coin flips.
Yeah, okay. So that's how they've solved it,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah, yeah,
much.
yeah. Like Misty's not busted anymore
Hmm.
because those decks could be just countered, where you don't really want to be luck depending.
Yeah, because it did feel like it was just so brutal sometimes.
I know. Just like people who would hit like 30 Misties in front in your face and you can't
Yeah,
even get one.
right.
Yeah, no, I'd say like the game has become less of that, and it's become more of like a 50-50 if there is a coin flip.
Hmm.
So it's like, all right. And then there's actually a card that guarantees your first flip will be heads. So like if it is a 50-50, you can play a will card, and will allow you to
That's good,
guarantee it.
actually.
So they've like lowered a little bit more of the luck, but sometimes like just in that thought of luck, which is why I'm saying like a game could be shallow, is like you could have a theoretically better deck, better like just overall gameplay, but you just get brick hands and you can't do anything about it. Like you're just like
It's
you
so
got you
rough.
got you got the perfect hand, and my hand is absolute trash. So I'm just gonna concede now. I used to say if we rewind this video to like when I did the 1,000 win video, and I was like, it doesn't matter, no matter where you are, just just try to figure out a way to win the game.
Now you're a grizzled veteran.
Yeah, I've gone through some shit now. I've seen some shit, and I'm just gonna say if your hand is really that trash, just concede. Don't even bother, because sometimes that's just the luck. That's literally the luck of the draw. So don't
It's the
even
luck of
bother.
the draw. It's the It's the way the computer is gonna force whatever it wants on you.
Exactly. Like you're gonna battle a computer. The AI is gonna beat you. So in this economy. All right. Next one. Number 4. The game is impossible to pick up as a new player.
Huh.
There have been too many sets released that just have way too many key cards. If you think about Sabrina from Genetic Apex and Cyrus from, was it Diamond and Pearl? I don't even know what the set was, but it's like
Yeah, I think that was
way too hard to have to pull your specific card that you need from every single set. Being a newbie, right? Because you don't have Stardust, you can't really trade enough. So it gets a little tricky. I just think it's hard for new players. And that actually hurts that whole skill gap of like, can more people join the game?
I wonder why. I wonder if that's like the main reason why they made the barrier to entry so easy in the beginning and just kept pumping out new sets, is because they wanted you to in and then follow the carrot on a string all the way through, and they didn't want any
to no real
player drop off, and they didn't want anyone to they wanted everyone that would be interested in it in at the beginning. True. I wonder if that was the case, because yeah, it is kind of the nature of TCGs is power creep, and barrier to entry could be a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, so. But at least with like the normal TCG, if the meta changes like a little rapidly, at least you can just get the newest meta and just stick with that, right? Like you can like just put those cards together.
Every card, you like, there's the pool of cards you can use for the new meta,
right?
And now, but with this game, everything's available.
Everything's available, and that's almost an issue because it's like the only way you can truly access the entire pool is by pulling cards from every single set. You can't just go buy that card, right? Whereas at least with like a new meta and like a real TCG, it's like, all right, I'm a little late to the game, but at least I know what cards are good. They're more newer cards. I'm just gonna buy those newer cards directly. Versus this, like you can't really pack point the old cards. Like you need to rip meaningless packs in Genetic Apex to build up 70 points to be able to buy a Sabrina.
Good point. Yeah,
that's a bitch. Like that's a lot of packs, and even if you pump money in, you still will be like you'll still be behind because there's so many different packs.
Yeah, I was almost gonna say, like, isn't it good that like all the sets are viable, like, and like if there's meaningful stuff
in a way,
set? Yeah. But you do bring up a good point, though. It's like, yeah, I mean, that is definitely a problem for new players. For
sure. And they came up with one deluxe set for the 1-year anniversary,
right?
And then they took it away.
And not only that, but like those deluxe cards are only, they don't count towards the old sets, which I thought was crazy.
Apparently they're supposed to fix that by the summer, which is so late to do that. Yeah. But like, that's crazy. Can you imagine where it's like you're just pulling packs and they're like, I'm sorry, this doesn't fit your Genetic Apex Pokédex, but congrats on, this 1 month only pack Pokédex. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Like how the hell? That was a slap to the face. It was a slap to the face for everybody.
You almost gotta just like do like another one of those deluxe sets and then like almost make them like half as expensive, and just have them like in their own thing. And maybe like that's like, and then maybe that's almost like any sets that's like 2 or 3 generations old.
Yeah.
Goes into that pool. So like the new, so like the new stuff, you still have to pay full price for.
I like that. That
would be a good
solution. Like 6 hourglasses instead of 12.
Right.
Like
right.
You can like budget.
You can catch up. Yeah.
Oh, great idea. That's a great idea.
They'll never
go
use
on my
it.
suggestions list. That's a good one though. I actually really like that idea. Number 5 is Premium Pass doesn't bring a lot of value. It almost just makes the game playable, so you're not catching up the whole time. But that doesn't really seem fair. So I like the trade-off is like it's not really a major upgrade to the actual gameplay. Like skins are cool like in the beginning, but like eventually it's like this doesn't really matter. These random binder covers. Like no one cares. So yeah, I just think the premium pass needs a lot of work.
Yeah, sure.
Number 6, there needs to be a better end game. Once the novelty of battling
Mm.
cards ends, and I'd say a lot of us had that novelty, that feeling, right? Once that novelty ends, the game just starts to feel shallow.
And we need like a story mode. We need like a Yu-Gi-Oh game story mode.
Something.
Yeah.
Give me a protagonist. Give me a antagonist.
Cool.
Give me a curveball here and there.
There's a lot of live service games that like they'll just pump like a month's worth of story. I know I'm bringing it up again, but Nikkei,
yeah,
they always have like you have like about a month to like play like a certain thing, and then like a certain little story, and it's just talking heads, like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And then
but good enough.
It tells a story. Yeah, right. So
we like to hear stories sometimes.
They should be able to
at least the option
do something like that, and then like instead of having like these full-on cutscenes, it's just have some talking heads, and then you just go into a battle, and that progresses the story. That's it. You don't need to do much.
And it's not like it's far-fetched for them, because they kind of have done that in Pokemon Go. Like I stopped playing at a certain point, but like I max leveled when the first time you could, and at that time, like I remember they'd be like, hey, like Team Rocket event, like this thing pops up and a bubble pops up of what's going on, and you're like, whoa, like there's something happening. We don't get any of that, and
the nice thing too is it could apply a nice carrot on a string too, because there could be like some specific like things you can get out of it, not necessarily cards, but maybe like or maybe it's like some alt arts. It doesn't even have to be like playability stuff. It's like, hey, speaking of like Team Rocket, maybe there's like a Persian, and it's just a Giovanni version of that Persian. Same stats, same everything. Like just something like
the
that.
Little Giovanni logo there.
Nothing.
Or Giovanni's Mewtwo. Like there's plenty of Mewtwo cards in this game.
And you just get it for playing the event.
Yeah. And you get to show it off when you like. Believe me, man. There's so many things. We're about to basically go into the suggestions, but there's so many things they could do.
Yeah.
Number 7. So you see where I'm going with the end game novelty.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not gonna do that in the game, my number 7 is then at least sponsor games, tournaments, or events from the actual game themselves. Right? Like you see it in other audiences.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be any support for the actual hardcore fans. They very much just money guzzle. They find ways to get more money from us, and they don't even really like show up. They don't show up any events. They don't really show their support. There's no sponsorships. All the real tournaments that people are tracking data off of, it's all from fans. And it's only
feels very Nintendo of them.
That is so
Smash.
peak Nintendo. Like, I'm surprised they haven't thrown out some lawsuits to be like, oh, you can't do this. Like, bruh, you're like hurting. If you like are hurting the grassroots community, and they're the ones like uplifting your game, then it's like have some common sense. Like how it's like so insane to me. If this was any other genre or game, or if this was any other indie game, like if they tried to do that, the freaking audience would shit on them for not supporting them. They would just leave the game, and then you're screwed. You're not making any money. It's this like entitlement that it's like you're Pokemon, so of course you can do whatever you want, and people will pay you
their weight around.
Yeah, people will pay you regardless. You never have to try. It's like, bro, like
that's like how it is in the game.
This is the reason that you're a multi-billion-dollar business, and it's like you can't like throw a quarterly tournament. You can put a little freaking get a couple guys dressed up in Pikachu and freaking and Mew outfits and have them jumping around tournaments and to check people in. Like even if it wasn't a tournament, even if it's just like, hey, you come and you can play, you can nerd out with some of your other community members, like something, my guy. So big that's honestly probably my biggest con is like they're just not trying, right? So my suggestions to stop sucking ass, just on that note right off the bat, is more community engagement through events. So just keep them. You're just gonna keep people more excited, get them more motivated to play. And I think during these tournaments, or just again straight up just community events, you can give away limited edition cards. You can give limited edition prizes. You can give people stuff that they can really be proud of. That's not a stupid little emblem that literally doesn't even matter, right? Like people want to see like exclusivity.
True.
So do that. Like you're already doing it with your other stuff. Do it. Do it in the game. So I think that would be a big engagement. That would bring a lot more engagement. Another thing I suggest, just on a different topic, is a universal pack point. So I think the pack point system is very broken. I think you should be able to use your pack points from Genetic Apex to get something in a new game, in a new pack. No reason why that shouldn't be implemented. Yeah. I think, give people a little bit of a little pat on the back at least for all the packs they're ripping. They need a pity system. I think if you're not getting hits, you should get after X amount of packs, you should get a guaranteed hit.
I think it's only got higher to pull.
Yeah, because they give you random shiny Pokemon that you don't want. So before it was like, oh, rainbow or bust. Now it's like you don't even get a rainbow because as soon as you see some glimmer, you're getting like a dumb shiny Pokemon of like a Bidoof. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with that? So yeah, they need a pity system. I would say EX or higher should be the requirement. They should give us double pack point events for people who are actively playing the game. Right? If you're playing, like
you see that in every other live service. Yeah,
it's such an easy 2x, a little double XP.
Yep.
Why not? I actually mentioned game sponsored events, limited edition prizes and cards. They need to give new players a competitive deck to start.
Yeah, that's a solution for sure.
Yeah, it's not the best, but it's something to get them going, so they don't open the game, get destroyed, and then just never open the game again. So it'd be nice to just give them like a set of cards. They need to create, as far as the in-game stuff, they need to create some like draft or limited online format where you can't use certain things. You have to draft league it, so they give you certain cards and you got to put a deck together and then play. That would be so fun if they did something like that. That's worked so well, and even in the Pokemon games like themselves, like the battle towers, they'd be like, here's 6 Pokemon, here's 12 Pokemon, pick 3 and go into battle. Like that's fun. So it'd be nice to see something like that. If not that, like a solve the board style battle where you have to do specific actions and guess right. That would be nice because the solo mode is very, very bland. So it'd be nice to see something like that. And then and maybe some just like bulk action fixing, to be able to do multiple actions at the same time would probably help the UI a little bit more. Because the game, for what it's doing, it's not really doing much. They should at least let you speed it up. So those are my suggestions on how they can and that's how you can stop sucking ass, Pokemon. I'm talking to you.
I mean that was a pretty thorough review of 2025
of TCG Pocket.
Yeah. Do we have any insights on what's in store for 26?
Not yet.
Yeah.
They don't really communicate with their.
They don't. They don't.
Put that on the cons list.
They'll just drop like news like a week before, and it's like everyone has to scramble.
Yeah, or slow down the video and try to like read the cards. It's like, what are we doing, dude? Stop giving us carrots. Like when they posted that video, it's like I think it was like for this mega set. I think it was a Mega Charizard, Venusaur, and they just put like a leaf, a fire, a water, and it's like, shh. It's like we're not 12 years old, all right? Can we get a little more? Can you try a little harder? Can you just?
I mean, again, they keep appealing to The little kids, the lowest common denominator. They should be marketing to the CADs. They're just not.
We need more CAD support. Less kids, more CADs, more money for you. Kids don't have money.
Kids don't have money. The CADs do.
The CADs have money. Take my money.
Is that a bombshell?
Give me a Cynthia Altart, and we'll really talk.
Now that's a bombshell.
You can make her immersive. All right, you should probably end the thing before we get demonetized.